I have a grudge for Hannah. Okay. Her decision-making abilities are subpar.
So, we're watching The Bachelorette season finale, part 1. And Hannah just sent Peter home. Which...
we didn't expect that. We literally
before
had a conversation where we said, that's who's going to get picked first.
Yeah.
That is probably the winner, but let's just play along with it here.
Yeah, like, I kept saying Jed was going to go home.
Yeah, absolutely, and I agreed.
I thought it was going to be Tyler and Peter, and I thought she was going to say Peter's name first.
Because he's the best option.
The best. And
he was the best.
It's just confusing what Hannah... and doesn't Peter... I thought Jed had a girlfriend or something, and she probably didn't know this.
I don't know. Maybe she'll find out. We're only 14 minutes in.
I don't know if it's
we'll
even true.
We'll have to report back. But as of now, between Luke P. and just sending him home, I'm pretty sure that there's something else going on. Like, there's got to be producers, like, slipping her money.
She seems so real and bold, though. I don't know. I think she is really
bold and real?
confused. Well, she doesn't see it like we do as viewers. So it's a different experience, but I think she just might find the other two more attractive.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe it's a physical thing, and, like, even though they did it in the windmill
twice,
maybe she's just like, that's not my concern.
She's like, that was great. I just want the emotional connection, but that doesn't make any sense because she wouldn't do anything with Tyler because she wanted to work on their emotional connection. So why do anything with Peter unless they already had a strong emotional connection?
And at that point, if you enjoy it enough to do it twice,
then it's like you already have the physical and the emotion. I don't know.
What are you doing? And he's a pilot. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's because she doesn't want someone... Thank you for standing right in the way, Lillian.
Well.
Maybe it's because she doesn't want someone who's going to be gone.
Maybe.
A dog's big life was measured in wags.
Okay, so, by the way, we are watching this live, watching a segment, and then recording our reaction.
Yes. Okay, so...
we just watched the interview between Chris and Peter, and then Hannah came in.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing is, why were the parents clapping every time they brought up...
Every time!
Like, the mom and dad, like, they bring up the windmill. Okay, when Hannah was like, I have to clarify something. We didn't have something 2 times. We had it 4 times. Yeah, they're like...
They started hugging, too.
And then the mom at one point was like, it's like, what you doing?
I'm just saying, didn't expect it.
The very beginning of it, like the very beginning of the interview, Peter was like very
solemn,
very sad, solemn. By the end, him and Hannah are laughing, talking about how they did it 4 times. What was that interview just now? We just had to chime in on that. I don't know.
The parent meeting, I think it's pretty obvious. Tyler's went better.
Oh. Yeah, Tyler's went better, mainly because he didn't say his greatest accomplishment was a dog food jingle.
The dad did not like that. Her dad did. Yep. Butthole went right in the camera. That's good.
Oh my gosh. One of my favorite parts was when Hannah asked her mom about Jed, and she said, he has a lot of qualities.
He has a lot of qualities, and then... But my hypothesis... We're at 1 hour and 7 minutes. There's 15 minutes left.
Yes, of part
1. My hypothesis, she's got a little bit of teenage rebellion in her, and she's gonna go with Jed.
I don't think she's gonna go with Jed because of teenage rebellion. She's just gonna say it's in her heart. She's gonna pick him, realize he had a girlfriend at home.
Tyler, again, is in the same position as, what's his face was?
Peter?
Peter. Where it's like, this guy's great. Between your options, pick him.
Pick Tyler.
For the
'cause
love
that's
of
what we
God.
thought. Tyler seems very obvious, so I think that means she's going to pick Jed, yeah.
Only we were
So, another quote I'd like to bring up is when Hannah is saying, "That is why you don't date two people at the same time." To which I would like to say, you know what this show is. How long has this show been on air?
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing,
You know what you signed up
It
for.
was her who said it, not one of the guys this
That's
time.
the biggest problem. I know.
Why did she say that? I don't honestly
Because
understand why she was like this.
I think
why?
she probably had her
She likes multiple people.
trepidations.
That's a big word. You're gonna have to break that down.
Trepidations.
Break it down.
That's the word I'm using. About being on the show that they didn't air. And that was probably one of them. And she was like, how am I going to date this many people at the same time? Like, she could barely handle it when she was on Colton season. So now, how is she going to be the Bachelorette? And that probably was a concern that she didn't talk about a lot. But
Which makes for good TV. Good television.
Yeah, they probably didn't show that type of conversation, but I think that probably was in the back of her mind because the way that she said, "This is why you don't date people at the same time," it sounded like she'd already talked about this earlier. Like, this is why you don't date people at the same time. Like, she'd had an argument about it, you know?
Yeah.
So, we finished part 1, and we have not looked at any spoilers.
No.
Except that I saw one article that Jed might have had a girlfriend before he got on The Bachelorette.
You told me that weeks ago, though.
Yeah.
Weeks ago.
That is all that I have looked at. So, we just finished this episode, and the date with Tyler went really well.
Mm-hmm.
And they were making out. I think that went really well. And then
So good.
the date with Jed, it seemed like a dud.
Poop.
We all miss Mike.
We all.
We
I don't
all
wanna-
miss Mike.
I don't even want to talk about it.
It's still very emotional. Jed.
With Jed. The thing about him is that
Just-
he was like the first one to say I love you, but he's
Luke-
got this sort of.
Luke is nothing.
Now that we get
Jed. It's just Jed.
No.
As soon as he confessed he came on the show for music, I don't trust him.
it's almost like he confessed it
To seem like
to
the good
seem-
guy.
He has this weird attitude where he's not. He has emotion,
Yeah.
but most
he
of the
shows
time,
actual emotion, unlike Luke P.
I'm sure he really does like Hannah, and he
Yeah.
could marry her, I guess. Bottom line,
Bottom line, Taylor is the obvious choice. Do we think he's going to be picked?
absolutely not.
So, Jed's apology just seems completely inauthentic. Everything.
Jed, more like just get rid of him.
Yeah.
Okay. Tyler, more like totally.
Yummy.
Totally.
Tyler, more like. I can't believe, like, she was like, "What about those girls that were at your house?" He's like, "We didn't know they were gonna be there." What? That was dumb. I didn't accept any of that, and we knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, Tyler was her second choice, and it's sad that she didn't pick Peter in the first place, but even sadder that she didn't pick Tyler when it came down to it. I don't know, just watching it, I never thought Jed. So I guess, it ended with her asking Tyler out on a date. Wow, I love air. So, prediction. It is August 1st. I am putting in my guess as Peter for The Bachelor.